welcome everyone. I hope you all are doing well. To begin with, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am Tushna. I am a graduate from the UK. I have done my master's in international business and management. I'm currently the founder of Sprouts Career Bridge. I come with an epithet of being a multitasker or a boss lady because I have been into multiple industries and I have worn many hats until now, right? From being a founder, trainer, a consultant, and more. I have about 4 years of working experience in the training industry. I have trained more than 2,000 students and I have conducted seminars and workshops as well. I have also been a speaker at FC College in Pune. They have invited me to address their students and help them with their career and to also address them with what opportunities they can have in future or what they see in the market coming for them. My method of teaching is really different. I do not just directly enroll the students in my session. I make sure I first take evaluation or I understand what the students require, what their goals are, to make sure that I can help them better to understand where they are going and what timeline they should look at for their achievement or their goal. And accordingly, we can design a course for them. So my method of teaching is very different from what you will see with the other trainers. My students, which I have trained in the past, they are still in touch with me. I like to keep my students, or you can say, the students I have with me. So they do not only consider me as a teacher, they consider me more as their coach. And that really gives me a privilege and gets my head high, because they are still in touch with me. They make sure they come up to me to get any doubts, or they also come for any help or any guidance. So I'm chuffed to bits for the love that I have got until now. And I'm looking forward to help you all out there also if you really need my help. I would like to help you with having effective communication skills at your workplace. So let's look at the topics that we will be covering today. We will cover what is a workplace communication, what are the problems you face due to the poor communication skill at workplace, the importance of having a good communication skill, what are the strategies, and some don'ts. So when I say some don'ts, it means what are some things that you should avoid at a workplace in terms of your communication. So let's begin. I would like to help you with having effective communication skills at your workplace. So let's look at the topics that we will be covering today. We will cover what is a workplace communication, what are the problems you face due to the poor communication skill at workplace, the importance of having a good communication skill, what are the strategies, and some don'ts. So when I say some don'ts, it means what are some things that you should avoid at a workplace in terms of your communication. So let's begin. Look at some problems that are faced due to poor workplace communications. There are some surveys which results and shows that many managers are uncomfortable with their employees, with becoming vulnerable, recognizing achievements, delivering the company timeline, giving unclear directions, and many more. So all of these happen because of poor communication skills. Now let's look at some of the surveys done. According to Harvard Business Review, 69% of managers are uncomfortable to communicate with their employees. The reason being that they are not confident in their communication, or they are poor in communication. They don't know how to send the message that they are thinking or they want, or the feedback, right? In terms of feedback, 37% of the managers are uncomfortable having a direct feedback session with their employees. This impacts highly in the company's goals, employee performance, and targets. For instance, if a manager is unable to reach out to the employees and tell them what he is expecting out of them or what targets he's expecting, then how will the employees work on them? The employees will be unable to perform Hence, the performance will go low. Poor communication within the workplace also results in conflicts between team members. Employees will not be able to engage, they will have poor performance, they will also end up having conflicts between other team members. They will also be unproductive. This also results in employee frustration, negative working environment, and reduced employee turnover. So if you see, poor communication skills at a workplace can have a big impact in the company's goal or the company overall. Now let's look at what are the importance of having a good and effective communication skill at workplace. Number one, it brings success in the business. Two, better teamwork and bonding with the team. Three, increased level of employee satisfaction. Four, eliminates misunderstandings and confusions. Five, achieve goals and targets with clear directions. Six, safe and positive and motivating work environment. It not only brings a good teamwork, it not only helps the employees to perform better, but it also gives a good environment for them to work on. These days, most of the employees, I would say, rather all the employees want to work in an organization who are offering a better working environment. They want to work in a place where they feel safe. They want to work in an environment where they feel that their thoughts are being considered, their feedbacks are taken. Hence, a good workplace communication is important to make sure that you retain your employees and you also keep your employees happy for better teamwork, for better bonding, and also in terms of your business to help you reach your goals in time and effectively and also in the right way, having your team working along with you. Let's look at some strategies for having effective workplace communication. Strategy number one, listening. Listening is one of the most important aspects of communication. Successful listening is not just understanding of spoken or written information, but also understanding of how the speaker feels during the communication. If a speaker can see and feel someone, then the communication will get even better. A good communication is the result of the ability to listen to the other person, understand the message and the thoughts. Strategy number two, emotional intelligence. In communication, feelings play a very important role. Making decisions more often affects the way you feel than the way you think. You should be able to control your emotions while you're having communication with someone. Your non-verbal behavior affects the understanding of the other person. So there could be instances where you would feel that you do not agree with the person or you do not agree with the idea of the conversation which was happening or the thoughts of the other person. But that does not mean you show your emotions like stress, anger, or frustration during the conversation. Controlling your emotions will help you to exchange message and communicate effectively. Strategy number three, friendly conversation. Conversation is the basis of a communication, and one must not neglect how important it is. Even a simple friendly conversation with the colleagues can build trust and detect problems that you are looking solutions for. When we talk about things that matter to us, then we send a lot of non-verbal messages. Non-verbal signals are the wordless communication that we are having, like your body positions, your facial expressions, your hand movements, gestures, eye contacts, and more. Communication is not only about the words that you're speaking. It's more to do with your body language and the other non-verbal communication signals that you're sending to the other person. So focusing on your non-verbal communication is really important so that you are not showing a negative message or a signal to the person you're communicating with. Strategy number five, give feedbacks. Being able to give or receive feedbacks appropriately is an important communication skill. It doesn't matter if you're receiving or giving feedback, but in both the ways, it is an important aspect of a communication skill. Managers and supervisors should continuously look for ways to provide employees with constructive feedbacks. This not only helps with getting the work done, but it also motivates the employees to work towards the goal and to achieve the targets. The feedbacks could be via any medium. It could be via email, phone calls, status updates as well. Strategy number 6, speak when required. Keeping your thoughts to yourself will not only create a communication gap, but will also become a challenge for everyone in the team involved in the same. You should know when to speak up and when to not. Don't be afraid to share the ideas, and being a manager or supervisor, you should know how to accept and encourage them to share their ideas. In this way, employees will be motivated and they will not keep themselves back or hold themselves back to share any of the ideas or thoughts that they have. Strategy number 7. People will often communicate with you if you convey respect to them and to their ideas. There will be instances where employees will walk up to you to share their ideas or their thoughts. It's important that you make eye contact with them, you listen actively, or just calling out their name particularly will help them feel motivated and appreciated. Showing respect will not only help you to drive your team towards the goal, but also make them happy and appreciated, and also stay connected and build a trust with them. Number 8, choose the right medium. An important communication skill is to simply know what form of communication to use. Imagine one fine day, your employee just texts you that he'll be unable to continue working with you and just disappears. Wouldn't that make you mad? I'm sure it will. Because the employee who's been a part of you, you've made good documentation, the communication you've had with them was through email or written communication. Throughout, communications were maintained. While the employees just sends a text one fine day saying that he or she is leaving and just disappears without giving you right answers or giving you clarifications of what exactly happened will definitely make you mad. This is the reason why you should choose the right platform or medium to convey your message. This is highly important to make sure that your communication is happening actively and effectively. People will appreciate your thoughts and your thoughtful meaning of communication and will be more likely to respond positively to you. But if you end up doing something like this, that the example I just gave, this will create a negative impact on you. There will be no medium of communication in future with the respective people or person. Look at some don'ts in the workplace communication. Some things that you should avoid doing in the workplace while communicating. Number 1, don't react. While you're having communication with your employees or your colleagues, make sure you don't react to what they are saying. Control your emotions here. Number 2, don't interrupt. Let the person finish. Meanwhile, listen to their thoughts and the information that they're trying to share. Let them finish and then start with your communication or your thoughts. Number 3, don't use difficult vocabularies or sentences that will be difficult to understand. Use simple sentences, use simple words, which is easy for any person or people to understand. Not everyone will have the best communication or a good communication skills like you. You should keep that in mind and use simple sentences, which is easy to understand. Number 4, don't disrespect or treat anyone badly in front of other employees. This is really important. You should not treat any employee or anyone in front of your other team members disrespectfully. This will leave a bad impression not only on the person that you're treating badly, but also on the other team members. 5, don't avoid the conversation because of lack of confidence. If you think you lack in confidence or you have poor communication skills or poor English, that does not mean you avoid the conversation. Your inputs are equally important as other people. There are effective ways that you can make sure that your communication gets better. And conversation, trust me, is one of them. You should communicate so that you learn from other people the non-verbal as well as the verbal communication skills that they have. This will help you to put your thoughts in the front and also to learn from other people on how they are communicating. So that's all about how to have effective communication skill at your workplace. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that the tips and the strategies that I've mentioned will help you in your workplace and to implement these. I'm sure if you implement, no, sorry, I'm going again. So that's all about how to have effective communication skills at your workplace. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure if you implement these, you will see the changes that you bring in your personal life as well as in your professional life. I hope that these strategies that I've mentioned will be effective for you in your workplace. So make sure that you use these and you can give me feedback. If you like the way that I have explained, or if you like the way that I have taught you today, so please feel free to check out my profile on UrbanPro. I take trainings for English speaking, communication skill, personality development, IELTS, which is IELTS training, and presentation skills and more. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. If you have a certain goal that you are struggling to reach out to, or if you are passionate about reaching to a certain level in your personal life or your professional life, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be more than happy to help you out. I love to unleash potentials. I would love to understand what your goals are, and I'll customize a training according to you. So thank you so much for watching. I am looking forward to seeing you all. Feel free to get back to me with your feedbacks or your questions if you have any. Thank you.